Guys, so these are the measurements I'll be working with for this particular kind of draft I want to do. Shoulder 16, bust 40, bust point 11, under bust 14, half length 16, my round waist 34, round under bust 34, my lower waist, which is like the upper hip, is 40 inches. So quickly I'm gonna draft. Meanwhile, before I proceed, because of the kind of corset to be doing, some people call it S-pens, then some call it waist snatching effects, but all is the overall name is an overbust corset with a waist snatching effect. Now, one of the basic things you need to know in drafting corset is my bust point is 11, I'll minus 1, so I'm going to work with 10 inches. My under bust is 14, I'll minus 1, so I'll be working with 13. My under bust is 14 inches, I'll minus 1, so I'll be working with 13 inches. Then when it comes to the half length, I will increase it to be plus 1, so I'll be working with 17 inches. And then my bust span, which is my nipple to nipple, is 8 inches. I am not adding, I am not increasing, okay? And I won't be working with round under bust measurement for this particular draft I'm about to do. I hope the measurement part is understood. Let me repeat. I said for the purpose of this particular kind of corset that we're doing, okay, I don't really need my shoulder measurement, but because I'll be drafting a full block, so my shoulder is there. My bust point is 11. The reason why we minus 1 and make it of 10, so assuming your bust point is 10, you minus 1 and use 1. So after cutting and sewing, your whole bust shouldn't be outside. The under bust should come up to be able to lift your bust, you know. So the more reason why we come up by 1 inch, so you're removing 1 from this, removing 1 from this. Then at the waist half length, which is the 16, we're adding 1 because we're bringing your half length actually lower, because that's where we need to snatch to give us that hourglass kind of effect. That's the reason for that, because this particular place, you know, which is our original waist region, the rib there, you can't really snatch it that much, so you have to come down a little bit to give it that hourglass shape. That's the reason why we come down and add 1, so I'll be working 17 inches, you know. Then my nipple to nipple, only when I want to take that, that's when I'll be needing this. I don't need a measurement of my round under bust. Then the other measurement I'll be working with, which is the opening, you know, the down part of the blouse or the top, is 40 inches. So let me quickly draft. Like I said, my shoulder is 16. Okay, for the purpose of this, I'm not sloping by 1, I'll be sloping by half. Then at the armhole too, I forgot, at the armhole too, you have to increase it. My armhole is 8 inches, but I have to work with 7 inches, okay? Like I said, my bust point is 11, so I'll be working with 10 inches. My under bust is 14, I'll be working with 13 inches. My waist is 16 inches, I'll be working with 17 inches, which is plus 1, making 17 inches. So all you need to do is to take a straight line. Okay, we all know how to draft here, so don't need any particular measurements. 3.5. The only reason why I'm drafting this armhole part is because I want to show you how I take how I do corset extension. That's the reason why I'm drafting like this, so you understand. Okay, so this is our bust line, automatically our bust point. This is our under bust that will not even be working with. So this is my waist now, which is the waistline. So let me take, the next thing you have to take is the full length of the blouse. I don't want it too long, so I'll be working with 22 inches. That's the full length. Now quickly, the next thing you have to do is a basic of 1/2 inch. Now this 1/2 inch, it is just basic, like it is static, whether the person has bigger bust or doesn't have a bigger bust. At this point, can you see this? 1/2 inch. Then from the under bust, 3/4. This is 3/4. This is because I'm not using box. If I'm using the box, I will do 1/2 inch all through. So you take 3/4 down. And then you quickly connect. Then you connect this other part from here like this, down to the full length where you took the 3/4 from. I hope you can see this. Hold on a second. Get my cord. Now you're not supposed to leave it straight like this. Let me reverse this curve. Yeah, can you see? I hope you can see this. You place your curve like this. You try and give it a slight curve at that point. That's the first thing you need to do. I hope this is clear. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay, before you take your bust measurement, like I said, my bust is 40 divided into 4 is 10. Then the half I took here, I'll bring it back half. I won't be working with my under bust, but let me just take it. It's 8.5 plus 3/4. That's 8 3/4. I have same measurements here, so I'll do same. And over here I have 40 inches. So I'm adding what I took out from this point. So you just connect. For this part, I like using this curve, you know, it gives it a better curve for me. Okay, and I also like doing this to eliminate sharpness. I hope this is clear. Then the next thing we have to do is you now have to make use of your cup. So now let me show you how this works. Like I talked about the 2 cups earlier. If you don't have this push-up cup, like I said, you can do this tightening here, then make use of this. Reason because this cup is way too flat. So if you're making use of this cup, first thing you do first, you do this first before you make use of it. Okay, now this is what you do. You bring it to this point. You see why we need to come up? You bring it to this point and you lay it like this. Now please don't keep your cup like this. No, this is how you keep it, like this. Bring it here, come a little bit above. Yes, just a little bit. Don't be at the exact point. If it is quarter to, fine. If it is quarter, fine. Then you do this and you trace. But this is not the cup I'll be working with. Now there's one other trick in making corsets. Do you know, if you use a smaller cup, it pushes the entire bust out? Yes, I'm talking from experience. But if you use a bigger cup, assuming I want my whole breast out, I can actually work with this. This is not my cup size. This is my cup size. So I can actually work with this. But this one is going to cover my entire breast. Nothing is going to come out. But with this, my breast is going to come out because it's going to push it. It's too small to carry my bust size. But I think I want to see how this is too. So let's work with this. So you push it like this. I hope you can see. And then you connect from this point. Make sure this place is lapping. See, make sure it's lapping. Just make sure it's lapping. Then from this end, it has to give you something like this. If you have a curve, you can just use your curve. You see? This is the first thing you need to do. Now there's something very important you need to notice about the armhole. If I leave my armhole at this point, obviously it won't grab my side bust. Some of us have this armhole kind of bust, you know, that is saggy. So if you want it, if you want to grab it, you don't want space there, you come up by 1 inch. So automatically, when you curve to this point, this is now our armhole curve. You are going to connect. This is our curve. See, instead of coming low, can you see? But if you want it low, just follow the same curve that you have, the same armhole curve that you have. Are you seeing? From this same pattern, just with, but I want it covered. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up. And then secondly, if you want to add sleeve to it, please bring it up so you can now recut your armhole later. There's something I said I wanted to show you guys here. If you notice in